Hola all. So we are now at the 24-hour marker from the last time that I informed you guys I had not slept in several days. If we're willing to discount the 12 minutes I got yesterday morning, just kind of write that off as not valid sleep, then I'm thinking maybe we can go ahead with the sleep deprivation experiment as well, on top of the Chantix crazy dream experiments. And you know, obviously the quitting smoking, we have 26 hours until that's gotta go. What else? We have recovered several artifacts. We recovered an operative for anybody that was informed about Frank's vanishing. We found Frank. Frank is going to be moving to California pretty soon, and you know he returned a lot of he gave me some of his old shit, and he returned some of the stuff that I had gifted him during our training when we were kids, including a special gift for Jay. I'm looking forward to giving him. That's going to be fun. But these bad boys I always wanted a pair of. These are banging as fuck. Now, of course, I have to learn to use them properly before I go ahead and start making training videos with them, because I'm seriously afraid. I mean, these things are fucking dangerous. I'm seriously very afraid of cracking my shit open in front of you guys. It would be kind of embarrassing to, you know, kill myself on the video in front of you in the training video. I got these, which I don't really know how to use. I've never worked with these before. I'm looking forward to learning. It seems pretty simple. I had a few extra sets of nunchaku to dick around with, but I do have my own original padded pair that I'm going to prefer to practice with, as I said, so that I don't, you know, spill my shit out in front of you guys. Anyways, finally back home at the Soul Mechanics office. So welcome back all. We have what else we got? We got this beautiful picture, along with other many other artifacts that I found. I found a copy of the original Shadowrun and Sega Genesis, but the Genesis is busted. If anybody's got a Sega Genesis for sale. Also, Frank was going to toss this in the trash. I mean, granted, it's missing, you know, everything, but, I mean, look at how beautiful that is. Like, why would you throw that away, dude? Frank is one of the greatest guitar players I've ever heard in my life. He's spectacular, magnificent, like he's the next Diamond Daryl Page for sure. He's given up on practicing, which is sad. Frank, you need to get your fucking shit together, dude. Don't drop your dreams. I mean, take care of business, but don't drop your dreams. I mean, you just fucking, you don't throw talent like that away, man. I'm watching you, bub. In fucking California, don't think you can escape my reach. Anyways, you know, we have operatives. You're moving in with one of our operatives, so don't think I won't get to you if I need to. You're going to play the guitar. You're gonna play for us. I'm gonna play the motherfucking piano, which you can't see because of strawberry shortcake, but should take notice of what's happening there, especially for Alice. Anyways, we've been having some troubles lately, everybody. As I mentioned before, I mean, these troubles have been ongoing for a while, but now we have people missing, including my mother. Her phone has been deactivated, and she's out of play. I have no idea where she is. I'm going to have to go check on her momentarily, considering that, you know, again, I am going into tomorrow without having slept at all, but I am going to make a video for the other crazy dream. I did, within those 12 minutes that I fell asleep, I did spend a few days worth of time. So, I mean, some really crazy shit went down. I want to tell you about the other dream for those of you who haven't seen the initial dream video. I'd also like to issue a kind of a spotter's challenge in that regard. For anybody who is, you know, a dream worker, anybody who reads dreams, that's a speciality of mine. And so I can actually, like, assess whether or not you're close, you're on, or hit the mark, or even better than I am, more capable, in what case I'm going to recruit you to work with us. We also have a resident caster now who's going to be working with us. She is the real deal Holyfield, and we're going to be launching that. We have several new courses actually looming on the horizon, ready to launch. One for soul casting. We have another for that I'm going to dedicate to the experimental trials. That I have several crazy, awesome experiments in the works. One, I'm going to get out in the field and start doing interviews with people. I know I promised that a while ago, but I mean, my time gets all chewed up, and especially lately with all this shit. The problems that we've been having, we have a stalker in play, which I think I know who he might be. I've got an idea who this guy might be. I think this dude's been following me around. I have a picture of the vehicle and the license plate to put out in case anything happens to me, because I think this dude, like, I couldn't see actually clearly through the window, but I think this dude was trying to fucking point a pistol at me, and then somebody came out to take out the garbage and he sped off. Also, at the plaza up the street from my mom's place on 104, up on Lorraine, Rockport Plaza, they're hiding something pretty shady in the back. There's security team's been watching over it, and they're kind of like pushy. They won't let me around it, obviously, because it's something weird. They've got it hidden under this tarp, and they have these Freight 1 trucks surrounding it, like building a barricade around it, which I'm wondering if it's something they're picking up with these trucks, then why the fuck haven't they done it? Because it's been several days that these trucks have been sitting there, and they got this thing covered with the tarp, and they got the security pretty tight around it, so I had to go ahead and recover my old badge from when I worked security to take on some tactical espionage action, which is going to be another course that I'm going to be launching, getting out in the field. That'll be kind of actually combined with the interview courses. But as I said, we have people missing, we have all kinds of troubles transpiring. I don't feel comfortable revealing the full extent of the damages that we have in fact incurred to anyone other than my personal muse. Because I love her. I think the world of her. She's an awesome, amazing person, and she's just been a dear friend. I do not believe that I'd be able to hold up under the pressure of the things that have been happening and what's been going on in my personal life specifically, and regarding the initiative and the Remnants program. I don't think I'd be able to manage as well as I have without her incredible excellence in play. Madam Kara, if you happen to watch this, you know, there's this place next door, my friends, right next door to me is a 24-hour diner, so obviously, I mean, it's open forever, and I think I'm gonna have to say, you know, under the circumstances as they stand, I think it would be highly advisable, at least, if not to say in everybody's best interests, for you to have coffee with me there sometime. Considering that my time's real tight, chewed up all the time, I'm going to have to go ahead and suggest that, you know, we could do it whenever you want to. I will make that time available for you. And I won't be a smokestack then, obviously, because this time tomorrow, that's going to be done, well, 2 hours from now tomorrow. Also, Frank gave me ghost peppers to put in my chili, which turmeric, remember, everybody, turmeric combats cancer. That's going to become important in the future, in the near future here, for me at least. Anyways, what else? You know what, maybe go ahead and I'll just tell about the dream. This one, I had a dream that, and this, obviously this could have been influenced by some of the you know, the scenarios that have been in play lately, especially regarding this fucking stalker guy and all that shit, but I mean, I do have the tendency to have prophetic dreams, so I want to get this one out in the open as quickly as possible. I might as well take advantage of it now as we're only at 10 minutes. I had dreams that I was in my old neighborhood, and I had been dealing with Nick, a friend of the initiative, one of our top contributors in the Remnants program. One of our resident psychonauts, badass motherfucker, my brick wall. I wouldn't rather have anybody else at my back than this dude for sure. And you know, we've been through it before in the past, but Nick and I and another friend of ours were, for whatever reason, it was in the near future, like not the really very near future, but semi-distant future. Maybe a year or so from now, but long enough to alter it if it is a prophetic dream. You know, if it is foreshadowing or foretelling something, we have enough time to change it. But thankfully, we wound up picking up weapons for some reason. And when I say weapons, I don't mean like the standard issue CQC weapons. I mean firearms. And we were illegally acquiring firearms for whatever reason, I do not know, but something was happening that it seems somebody had been targeting us, and these people were like, I don't know how to describe them. They were like a security force of some kind. Like, I don't think they were police, but they were wearing tactical gear. One of them had like what was somewhat like a fucking plexiglass kind of helmet guard. Like similar to a hockey goalie helmet, and this dude pointed a pistol at me. But we'll get to. We were in a house nearby my old house where I grew up, and we were acquiring these weapons, and then there was about a day and a half that led up to this, that we were negotiating the acquisition of these weapons. And, you know, speaking as to why we were doing it, it had something to do with these people that were targeting us, and we were, you know, prepping to defend ourselves. Fee, please don't do that. And that, nothing really that I can see of import happened in the days leading up to it, except that, you know, it seemed as though Nick and I had grown closer, which we're pretty close as is. We always have been, but you know, from the day he and I met, we had a kind of a bond. It was the music that brought us together. Infected Mushroom, badass band. If anybody hasn't listened to Infected Mushroom, get your shit together. You got internet access. You got YouTube. Get on it. I'll post them for you. But we had grown pretty tight, and we were actually working together, and you know, like in the field, and I believe we were working together like as an occupation, like we had a job together of some sort, maybe like mercenary work, you know, like random tasking kind of, you know, fucking fix up somebody's garage or some shit like that, you know, that kind of job that you just get odd jobs on the side when you need to. And I believe he and I had been working together in that regard. And we were negotiating the acquisition of these weapons. We needed to exchange something for them. We didn't have money. It wasn't money that we were exchanging. I don't remember what we were exchanging, which that obviously that would be an important aspect. I'm going to have to pull that memory. It might take a little while. I think that I really should be exhausted at this point. I don't feel as though I am, and I really don't feel as though I'm like tired enough to fall asleep. I'm actually kind of boosted. But obviously not as boosted as I was this time yesterday, but still there, still up there. I have strength, endurance. I feel as though I'm a lot stronger than I was when I was younger, which I'm gonna need soon. But anyways, these people, this security force, or whoever they were, was a team of 3 guys. We saw them coming. We knew they were coming. We spotted them coming up, and they busted in the house, and Nick grabbed one of the firearms, and he was ready, you know, to take care of these dudes in the back when I don't know, the impulse took over, and I just acted like I didn't even have any fear or anything of it. Like I didn't even have any anticipation. It was just like the impulse hit me and I acted on it. And you know, situational awareness. First thing I saw was this candlestick holder, one of the old school candlestick holders that has little spikes you stick the candle on, and I just grabbed that fucking thing. I slung the fucking candles off. These dudes came in through the door. I bum rushed the first one. He had like a battering ram that he broke the door open with. It wasn't like a standard issue battering ram, but it was, you know, like a makeshift battering ram that he busted the fucking front door open with. And as soon as he came through that door, I came in up, pushed that fucking battering ram out of the way, and I just stabbed that dude in the fucking lung with that candlestick. So he's done for. Nobody's getting to him in time. The second dude, I grabbed him. I don't believe I dropped him, though. I think Nick might have actually shot the dude. I'm not sure, but he went down. I got a hold of him, but he went down on his own. I didn't put him down, so I think Nick must have shot him. And then the third dude came in with the hockey mask thing, and he pointed a pistol dead at me, dead at my chest. And I mean, I had to hit this motherfucker hard enough. Like, I had to hit this dude so hard to crack this fucking thing. Which somebody actually posted something speaking to, asking, why can't I hit hard in my dreams? You know, that's actually a common phenomenon, that people can't hit hard in their dreams. You can actually learn how to. It's a skill you can build, and we'll teach it in the soul casting course. So that's going to be a part of it. You know, soul casting obviously is going to include what we call astral travel, that sort of thing, lucid dreaming, which all falls into DreamWorks. It's all the same shit. And I had to hit this dude hard enough to crack this fucking thing, which, I mean, in hindsight, if I hit him hard enough to crack a plexiglass helmet, then I must have snapped that dude's neck. But he went down, he wasn't getting back up, so I mean, this was 3 people that we had to kill in defense of our lives. Now, obviously, let's not regard that as being a potential future scenario. Let's hope that nothing like that ever happens, but with this dude stalking me, who knows what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not afraid about it, but the fact that we have people missing, it worries me. I worry about you guys. I worry about all of you, the people that I know. You know, you guys are all family, and I do worry about you. So if you happen to be one of the people that's been missing and you see this, please check in. You know, let me know what's going on. I know that you guys are having personal troubles, issues with your home lives and whatnot. Some of you are having issues with having a home, period. I understand completely your situation, but please do check in and just let me know that you're safe and sound. Anyways, that was the secondary portion of Crazy Dream. That seemed more like a, you know, the first one, the Crazy Dream with the fallen kind of, you know, switching from body to body, from person to person. That was like a crazy kind of what I think is one of these Chantix dreams. But the second one was more pronounced. It was more lucid. In a different sort of sense, and when you have a lucid dream that you know that you're dreaming, this was more like it was actually happening. Like, so, yeah, that seemed like it could have been a prophetic dream. Let's hope that these sorts of future events don't come to pass. I do have to say, if there is somebody that's you know, after us, targeting us in some way, that's watching this, don't come looking for trouble here, man. Just let's save us all. Let's save us all that hazardous event transpiring. You don't want to come after any one of us looking for trouble. Believe me, it's not somewhere you want to be. I don't give a shit who you think you are, what you think you got at your back. We are not people you want to trifle with. I promise you. You know, protocol demands that we do no harm, but in defense of ourselves or others, we will act. We will act fast, we will act hard, and you will not see it coming. So, just please fuck off, I guess is what I'm saying. If anybody watching this that has a problem with us, you have no reason to. If you think that you have a reason to have a problem with me, like an actual problem that causes trouble of that sort, believe me, you don't. You're being fooled, you're being tricked. There are values in play that people are pulling tricks on each other, and it's nasty business, and it's out of hand. But trust me, we do not cause trouble with people. Like, so I mean, if you think that we've caused some kind of trouble with you, you're being fooled. Anyways, what else? I also found a lot of cool old equipment. I was dicking around in my mom's attic, and I found a box full of old Playboys which I consider the female body to be just fantastic in every possible way. Like, not only do I really wish that I had been granted one, thanks, but you know, I find it not only beautiful and alluring and attractive, but like fascinating. Like, I think the female body is just the most fantastically beautiful work of art in existence. So that's obviously, I value the old Playboys. That's cool to find. But what I also found was a stack within that stack of Playgirls. You know, like the muscle-bound male nudity shit. So, considering to whom this box belonged, I have to wonder if, you know, was everybody in my father's generation closeted homosexuals? Very, very strange. Indeed. I think that we've had this gender dissociation kind of fixation happening for a while now, and it's just kind of, it's coming to light now. People are bringing it out into the open, which I'm very happy with. I think it's such an excellent evolution that we're having, and that people are beginning to accept that. It's a beautiful, wonderful thing. So anybody that's involved with that in any way, keep up the fight, man. You guys are all doing incredible work. And those of you that have kept up in my absence, I apologize for being gone so long, but you guys, those of you that have kept up in my absence, you're fucking kicking ass. I'm so proud of you guys and the work that you've done and what you've accomplished. And believe me, you've accomplished a lot. I'm watching. I see what's happening. I see the values in play. I see how it's affecting people that are watching, that are involved. And I've run into people in person that are involved with the initiative now lately out in the streets that have told me, you know, specifically how they've been affected by some of the things that they've seen that you guys have posted. So keep it up, man. Nick, Amanda, everybody that's involved. I think Casey's missing at the moment, I believe, but we'll find her. We found Frank. Everybody that is working, you know, posting things and speaking with people over Messenger. Everybody that's been offering assistance in regards to the therapeutic, you know, for relief for people that are having abuse, which that's another issue that's arisen. I don't know if you guys have kept up with the news lately, but the local news media, or the mainstream media networks, are now seemingly launching this kind of campaign trying to prevent students from presenting cases of abuse in regards to teachers, like trying to protect abusive teachers from violating students' rights and bodies. In fact, this, you know, I've worked with students recently in these schools that I have to worry about them getting shot in their school by some other fucking lunatic who comes in there with a gun, you know, and just people who are walking around in these schools packing heat, carrying fucking knives and shit, and metal detectors, the whole scenario where I have to worry about people that we're training, you know, the younger kids getting fucking killed in their schools. I have to worry about that because the schools aren't capable of protecting them properly and keeping them safe. And now we have teachers violating students that are apparently the law's on their side. Not on my watch, man. You guys got another fucking thing coming. That's a no-go. I mean, we're gonna work on that. Right now, I believe that we're still working with the transgender community. I haven't been involved. I just got back into business, back into play here, but I think we're gonna have to move on to the public education community pretty soon. In that regard, if that does stand up to be the case, let's hope it's just a passing incident. But I mean, these things, they tend to get out of hand, so we're watching. We're gonna handle it. We are dealing with things, you know, as I've stated before. We seem like a small, you know, we seem like a spare change at the moment, but we are having heavy effects. We have been dealt some pretty serious damages, but we've also grown a lot, and we've gained a lot of heavy-duty people. One person he gained is a diehard atheist, another one of those. I was hoping he could work as an atheist rep and maybe actually do some experimentation and see for himself that atheism doesn't have all the answers, because, you know, obviously, I mean, atheism doesn't really have any answers at all. It's just kind of a cop-out. I don't have to believe in anything at all, excuse to be lazy in regards to, like, I'm a scientist and I believe in science, but I'm you know, I'm not willing to conduct my own experimentation in regards to anything that I think is supernatural, because there's no such thing as supernatural. Let me fucking get this straight. Science can't explain everything. Physics is in play for everything that we deal with, and even if people want to believe in ghosts, like I stated for the Halloween video, I don't believe in actual sentient ghosts, but there is memory in play. There's recorded memory in play. Objects around us record memory. This is a fact. We know this. Science has proven this repeatedly in every circumstance. Plants have consciousness. Water records memory. We know this is a fact. And it's not, so I mean, the phenomenon in that regard does occur. I've experienced it myself. I know that it's real. As I stated, I don't believe in actual intelligent ghosts wandering around, simply because it really doesn't make any sense to me, A, and B, because we don't have any solid evidence of it, but we do have evidence of people scamming on it, like these scam shows with these ghost adventures and shit like that. It's all bullshit. So, you know, as I've stated, I'm kind of like a backward scientist. I will grant reality and belief to anything, so long as it has not been disproved. I'll give it, you know, I will grant it the respect that it deserves as a idea. But once it's been disproved, and when we see people scamming each other with these ghost shows and shit, we have to presume that it's likely bullshit. And, you know, as I said, I've encountered things that could be considered, you know, hauntings of that sort, and there's things of that nature, but I don't believe it's people. I don't think that people are wandering around in some kind of a spirit form. It's ridiculous. The idea doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you think it does, and you got something to present, please do. You know, fight me on it, debate me, fucking tell me what for if you think you know better, and I will yield if you present, you know, evidence. If you even present a fucking plausible story, I will. In fact, I'm not gonna fucking naysay an idea, especially one as old as ghosts. It's something that a lot of people have believed in, but you know, personally, I have my own theories about it, which we'll get into in other videos, as to what this phenomenon is regarding ghosts and such. Of course, I've spoken to Mushi already, and I don't know, I guess that's about it. I just wanted to make an update video because I was finally home and I had a chance to make a video in the office. So that's it for another crazy dream. Let's hope that's not a prophetic dream. And Also, you know, the troubles that have been occurring. We're going to handle it. We're going to turn things around. Things are starting to get better. I have very solid prospects lined up for myself to take care of business in the future. So things are going to be turning around and working out for everybody. Let's just hope that the operatives that have gone missing, please check in. Let me know that you're okay, and we can just get back on track here. It's time to turn up the heat because it's getting cold outside. The great storm is coming. It's going to be a long while that we're going to be shut down in that regard. So let's take care of business while we still have a chance to. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Kila Salai, Terry Uni Siari Namaste.